Are you stressed about Instagram marketing? Does it make any sense to you at all? Are you a heart-centered entrepreneur and you try and be authentic in everything that you do and you try and lead your clients from all the love inside you and you feel like if you schedule your posts, it's really inauthentic? Do you start to get those like icky, ew marketing vibes when you schedule your content in advance? Listen, let's talk. I want to talk. Okay, the first thing that I really want to talk about that I think needs to be said to a lot of entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, is you don't owe your followers jack. You don't owe them anything about your personal life. And it is totally up to you how much you want to share. And I am going to get to my point. But first, I'd love for you to do this. I'd love for you to make a boundary right now. Decide on your boundary of how much of my personal life do I share with my audience. Because when we're online, this is business. And as much as I encourage my students and my clients to bring their personality and who they are into their marketing, and it usually reaps great rewards, we want to decide in advance where that line is. So here are the lines. There's things that you say to people when you run into them on the street. There's things that you say to people when they are sitting at dinner with you in your home. And then there's things that you say to your bestie over a glass of wine when you're curled up on the couch in pajamas. Okay? So decide right now, where do I stand? And one of the keys to not feeling like your marketing is inauthentic and not worrying like you're not being truthful to your audience is recognizing that that's three places that you are the same person behaving differently. And you want to decide which one of those shows up on Instagram regularly. And that's going to be your litmus test. If you're writing something and you're like, oh, I don't know, does this fit? Is this too truthful? Is this not truthful enough? Well, is this what you say to a stranger on the street, someone at your dining room table, or your bestie? Because if it's your bestie curled up on the couch and you decided already that that's where your boundary is and you share everything like that with your audience, then great. But if not, it doesn't mean that you're being dishonest. It doesn't mean that you're not being authentic if you set this line in the sand of how much you're going to share with your audience in the first place. So there's three versions of you and they're all truthful. Now the second reason I want you to try scheduling your Instagram content and your Facebook content, your marketing materials, even if it feels icky right now, is because we need to protect your energy. And if you are the type of person that is concerned about being inauthentic, I love you, you are my people. And if you have these types of concerns, then you especially need to protect your energy. And the way that we do that is by having a marketing strategy, having the type of content we know that needs to roll out to our audience, and planning it in advance. Because you're going to get to a Friday and you're going to say, Jenna, I don't feel like posting today. I don't feel good. And I know my audience is going to pick up on it if I post when I don't feel good. And I'm going to say, that's okay. Absolutely, you're right. Don't post if you don't feel good. Let's use some of that content you have banked and scheduled. Some content, and you don't owe people that yucky feeling that you feel today when you don't feel good. You don't need to share that with people. Instead, we're going to share this content that you have scheduled that you wrote last week when you did feel good. Now, I have lots of clients and lots of students in social media management, and we have stuff happen, man. Shit hits the fan in our businesses. Pandemoniums happen, for instance, stuff happens, and then we need to put out fires, and we can't just let our marketing pause and not exist anymore because we're busy putting out a fire, because the fires are never going to stop coming. This is entrepreneurialism. This is what it's like. So if you have that content planned, if you have photos banked, if you have captions pre-written, if you're using scheduling software like Later, I recommend Later. I love it. I've used all of them, and Later is my favorite scheduling platform. So if you have these things ready, when you're busy putting out fires or when you're busy protecting your energy because you don't feel good today, you know that it's ready. So in my program, I have my students design 6, and this is pretty standard. Lots of people's programs are like this. We have 6 types of content that we put out. People will call it buckets, they'll call it pillars, we'll call it categories, we'll call it concepts, call it whatever you want. But there's these types of content that we post, and they're all designed to tick off something else. We've got sales and marketing psychology. We've got getting to know me and falling in love with me. We've got posts that nurture our audience, posts that grow our audience, all of these different things. So you have these planned and regimented, and they're gonna roll out whether you feel good today or you don't. And the other thing is, then you're staying alive in Instagram's algorithm. Instagram doesn't want to see you peace out for 2 weeks because you have to deal with a personal issue. And we're going to continue to have personal issues, right? It's not going to stop. So then you stay alive in Facebook and Instagram's algorithm, which is a total bonus. Okay, that's it for today, guys. I wanted to come in and drop this one because I hear this all the time and I feel you because I am you. I'm a creative person and I don't want to ever seem inauthentic. And at the same time, I want my students to have a strategy so that when we're feeling this way, our marketing continues to roll on auto. So grab the link up there in the caption if you want to download your free Instagram Mastery Manual. Yes, it's actually free and it's full of tips and tricks that you can apply right now to build your Instagram marketing strategy and grow your followers and get more likes and all that stuff. But what I really want is for you to make more money, and that's always my goal. Have a good one, guys. I'm Jenna. You can see that though. You see my name. Bye.